Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time, but I'm back again with World of Warships. This is BSG 75 Actual, and today I am in the Tier 6 Premium American Battleship, the USS Arizona. The Arizona, as you know, was unfortunately lost during the tragic attack December 7th, 1941 in Pearl Harbor. And World of Warships initially caught a little bit of controversy when they announced they were bringing it to the game. There was a big argument in the community between whether or not it was respectful or disrespectful to have a ship such as this in the game. But when you realize that the bulk of the ships in the game itself are ships that have been lost, it's almost a moot point. So, the Arizona has very good armor protection for her tier. Very good range on her guns, very good concealment, and absolute garbage for speed. So unfortunately, if you're looking for a Fast and Furious destroyer game, you're not going to find it here, and you might as well move on. This match I'm presenting to you today is a nice, slow and steady, very high damage match for a Tier 6 battleship. But not too fast to begin with. So during this game, you're going to see a couple of things. Number one, pushing into Alpha there on this map. My team, other than that destroyer ahead of us, our team was very, very, very almost nervous Nelly type afraid to do anything. At least the group I went with to the west here. And I wound up actually having to go into the capture point. When I told them to push up, I was told I'm not going up there if there's a potential for a battleship or a destroyer to be hiding still. So whatever. Here you can see very good range on the guns. Since the update in patch 0.5.11, you can see there's a dotted line. That's my detection range. The solid line beyond that is my firing range. And you're about to see what happens when I fire guns, how far out my detectability goes. Now I just shot that on a whim, knowing that destroyer was slowing down. And if you look at the number up top of the right of the screen, I did a little over 3,000 damage to that destroyer, which is a pretty good hit, especially shooting blind with armor piercing. That's going to over penetrate usually. So I proceed to cruise towards Alpha at the snail's pace that this ship is capable of, and do what I can. I'm not going to bore you with commentary the whole time. Suffice to say, unfortunately, spoiler alert, this is a loss for my team. I'm sharing this gameplay because personally it was a very good game for me, and if I'd had any brains in my head whatsoever, you'll see in the last little bit of it, I should have asked that Cleveland to stick close to me. Because one thing the Arizona does not have is good anti-aircraft protection, as she was never refitted during World War II because her loss was what got us into World War II. As a result, unlike other ships of similar class, like the New Mexico class and such, she never got upgraded with any of the 40mm Bofors or anything like that. So enjoy. Again, any comments, complaints, concerns, feel free to leave me a note, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more. This is the one thing I really love. This battleship is very good at getting citadels on cruisers because her dispersion, how far the shots spread out from the main guns, is actually fairly good. I knew that destroyer was there. I wanted to get the hits in on the cruiser. My secondaries are actually doing a fairly admirable job of knocking him down. And I was hoping that he wouldn't have time to get torps off at me, and that I'd be able to sink him in time with my main battery guns, which I was able to sink him. And I start turning, knowing there are probably torps in the water. And nothing. So that's a pretty good encounter in my book. New Mexico's starting to steam the other way now. But angled just enough that I'm not going to get any citadels on her. I can do the best I can to try and cause damage, but I'm just going to get small hits, as you'll see. Yeah, a couple grand here, a couple grand there. Nothing as impressive as a citadel. But now we've taken Alpha. It's time to move up towards the north capture point in the map there, and this is where things start to fall apart for us. My team, I mean, you can see that there are guys still hanging around in the backfield doing absolutely nothing.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Battleships just hanging around and hiding and sniping. Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta put on your big boy pants and get into the fight. So I'm taking this opportunity to duck behind an island here, kind of shield myself from any further fire. Just kind of get a breather while my guns reload. He just fired and hit the island, and we'll see what happens here.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Okay, now my Cleveland supporting me up there to the west pulled back because the battleships were a little too much for him. And I understand that. There's a point at which you can only take so much, especially in Cleveland. However, with the enemy carrier still out there, I really could use his support. I probably could have taken this guy out, except for the fact that the aircraft carrier was way too interested in me, especially when he gets to the point where I'm one of the last people left.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
So right now you can see it's getting kind of desperate. We're running short on short on ships on my team here. And those hits didn't help. I'm burning in two places. So at this point I have to use my repair, especially since my team is pretty much counting on me. The enemy Hatsuharu has decided discretion is the better part of valor, and he's popped off one set of torps, which you'll see shortly, and he has proceeded south to capture our starting capture point, which leaves me to engage this Japanese battleship and the German battleship. And it would have been okay if the aircraft carrier could have stayed out of it. Unfortunately, he's doing his job, and as fast as his aircraft were serviced, was as fast as he would come in and attack me. Now I decided to not take shots at that guy because I figured our aircraft carrier had got him. And yep, there he is right there. Our aircraft carrier sunk the German battleship that was remaining. There you can see the torps fired blindly by the Hatsuharu on his way by, and he missed completely because I had used those incredible hacks where I go left and right and slow down and speed up.
Our victory is in
It's just an amazing thing. So, yes, this is where I fail miserably. I become way too focused. I put the blinders on, and I start looking completely at my target, ignoring the fact that I'm starting to hear my anti-aircraft go off. Even though I zoomed out, I really wasn't paying attention. I was just watching for shots for him, which I just took a couple there. And I'm thinking I have plenty of health. I could probably take him in this next exchange here between us as we get closer. And the Cleveland turns around at this point, firing a couple of pot shots of high explosive on the way out.
The ship is on fire.
And I don't realize that I am alone until this. Would the Cleveland be able to shoot down all of those torpedo bombers? Probably not. Could he have helped? Yeah. And that's the end of me. Unfortunately, it's going to be pretty much the end of my team because a low health Cleveland isn't really going to have the chance to sink both this and a battleship, and shortly he will be done. And with 3 capture points, it's only a matter of time anyway till the enemy gets the necessary 1,000 points to end this match. So as the Arizona silently sinks beneath the waves here, I have to thank you once again for joining me, watching this, and I hope it has been enjoyable gameplay, albeit a bit slow, like the destroyer itself, or like the battleship itself. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll stick around till the splash screen comes up with the battle results.